Hello, my dear students of class 9th. Dear student, I am Rajan Rai, your biology teacher, and I am going to give a revisional video for the revision of some part of the plant tissue. Plant tissue. My dear student, you have studied earlier in the physical class about the plant tissues and meristematic tissue. In the previous video, you have learned about the meristematic tissue and this simple permanent tissue. So today we will take the topic of the permanent tissue in this video itself. So class 9th biology and taking the topic that is plants permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. My dear students, these plant permanent tissues are concerned, they are of mainly two types, simple and complex. Simple and complex. So in this video you will be able to compare with the structural difference as well as the structural organization of simple and permanent tissue both. Here we come to the simple. Simple permanent tissues are of three types. Number one, parenchyma. Number two, parenchyma. And number three is sclerenchyma. So dear students, as far as the structure is concerned, the parenchyma are round, oval, or somehow they may be some in some other they may have some other shape also, and they are cells which store water and food, and the intercellular spaces are there that is present inside this parenchyma. Come to the parenchyma, dear student. The parenchyma that are having the thick cell wall. These are the parenchyma having the thick cell wall. No intercellular space is there in this parenchyma. So the intercellular spaces get filled. So these are the parenchyma. And these are the parenchyma. If you see the structural difference, my dear student, in this parenchyma, then you see that no intercellular space, is there. Provide mechanical support or hardness to the plant, and they are living cells. While parenchyma having the intercellular space, intercellular and they provide the mechanical support. So mechanical support, and they are living one. They are living cells. Living cells. There should come to the sclerenchyma, and you will find that the sclerenchyma are having the structure something like this. Suppose this is the sclerenchyma, and they are internally they are made up of the sclerine. This is the sclerine, and these are the dead cells. They are found in the husk, in the husk of the coconut as well as the seed coat. So these are the sclerenchyma, and they are dead cells. They provide the protection to the seed, etc. Dear student, when these cells are in the they undergo the dead condition, they will be converted into the complex, and complex permanent tissue are of two types: xylem and phloem. So let us discuss separately about the xylem and phloem in this video itself. So student, let it watch, and further we will be able to discuss about the xylem and phloem in this video itself, and the functions of the xylem and phloem. What you have taught today in the online class. So come to the next, that is the permanent tissue, which are known as the xylem and phloem. So let us see xylem. In fact, xylem is a vascular bundle. This is a vascular tissue. As far as phloem is concerned, that is also vascular tissue, and they are consisted of four types of cells: xylem fiber, xylem tracheids, xylem vessels, and xylem parenchyma. These are the four cells which are found in the xylem bundle, which facilitate the transportation of water and minerals. This is dead. These are dead cells and support to the xylem bundle. These are again dead cells and support in the absorption of water. These are again dead cells and support in the conduction of water. And these are living cells, support in storing and transporting the water to the xylem vessel. So how does this xylem vessel function? It functions as like this. Suppose these are the xylem fiber. This is the xylem fiber, which are fibrous structure and wood-like structure, and inside it, xylem parenchyma will be there. Xylem parenchyma will be there. xylem vessels, xylem tracheids will be there as they are. This is the wood-like structure which is the hydroscopic wood, and that facilitates the absorption of water. And this is the xylem vessel. This is the xylem vessel which are known for the conduction of water in upward condition. So this is the xylem vessel. This is the xylem tracheid. This is the xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma, and this is xylem fiber. Xylem fiber. So these are four cells of the xylem bundle, and this is a vascular bundle which is formed here as a vascular canal. Okay, so water comes from this. This is the water and mineral. It comes into this xylem tracheids which absorb hydroscopic, and it flow the water into the xylem vessel so that water can upward into it. So this is the function, this is the mechanism of the water transport into the xylem. It functions as the active and passive transport both, and this xylem facilitates the transpiration. Transpiration takes place by the xylem, and guttation also takes place by the xylem, by the facilitation of the xylem. So it will be discussed later on after completion of these xylem and phloem bundles. Dear student, now let us see about the phloem. Next, that is the phloem. So I would like to take your attention on second type of the plant's permanent tissue, that is phloem. So how does you see this? This is the xylem and phloem. Come to the phloem. So phloem is also having phloem fiber, something like this. It facilitates the packing of the phloem bundle, and these are the phloem parenchyma. These are the phloem parenchyma, and they get facilitated with a plate-like structure which is called sieve plate. So this is the sieve plate. This is the sieve tube. These are the live cells. These are the live cells. This is the phloem parenchyma. This is the phloem parenchyma. This is the phloem fiber. This is a phloem fiber. So what is happening? This phloem is having the sieve tube like this, the sieve tube like this, and since the phloem parenchyma is having food, then that food gets translocated into it, and it passes through the sieve tube, and the translocation of the food further proceed wherever and whatever the quantity is required, that is that get proceeded by this phloem. Dear student, this phloem in this is the leaving cell, this is the leaving cell, this is again the leaving cell, but phloem fiber is dead cells. This is the dead cell. So 3 leaving into the phloem while 3 dead into the xylem. Okay, so vice versa condition is there. You have to notice it. My dear student, now come to the different functional aspect of the xylem and phloem. What they did, in fact, what they did. So, as far as their functions are concerned, you can learn now the active and passive transport. Active and passive transport. Active transport. It requires energy. It's facilitated by the extrinsic and intrinsic protein of the plasma membrane. While passive transport does not require energy. No energy required. Okay? And the osmosis is the passive transport. Osmosis diffusion, that is the passive. Osmosis and diffusion, that is the passive transport, while the transportation of mineral, transportation of food, that comes under the active transport, while the absorption of water and conduction of water, that comes under the passive transport. So you have to know these things into this way. Now, as far as the function is concerned, transpiration is a function. Transpiration is a function that is conducted by the xylem. Xylem absorbs water and it conducts the water from root to the stomata, and this is the loss of water. This is the loss of water from the leaves. And the guttation, that is the loss of water, will be there in the night, but the water will be deposited on the leaf itself. That is called guttation. So loss of water in the night, that is guttation. Then come to next, that is translocation. Dear student, translocation is the process by which the food gets transported from one place to another place, whatever and whenever is required. जितना जरूरी होगा फूड उतना ट्रांसलोकेट होगा एक जगह से दूसरे जगह by the process of translocation. How much food is required in a particular part, that much food will go there and rest food will come back. So that process is called translocation, that is done by the phloem. So, dear students, I hope that this revisional video will help you in the revision of this plant permanent tissue. In the previous video, you have already learned about the some part of the plant tissue, and the next video onward we will go through the animal tissue. Thank you. Good day.